Hello everybody, and welcome back to another CNJ Production video. Today you're going to be learning all about me, C. So my name is Caleb Frank, and I grew up in a small town called Haskins, Ohio, which is right outside of Bowling Green, Ohio, about a half hour from Toledo and the state line. I grew up with my mom. My parents actually split, so that is my stepdad. So I lived with my mom and my stepdad in Haskins ever since I think I was in 5th grade. Great, they're really great. So on my other side, I live with my dad and my younger stepsister, Sophie Mack, who is a freshman in high school, and my other stepsister, Chloe Mack, which is a junior, which is really weird to think about because, like, she's driving and, like, thinking about colleges and that stuff. I was not too long ago, so it's really weird. Last summer, we actually went to Hawaii, so that was really cool. I love traveling. We travel every year with my family, so that is a cool experience. So after, growing up, I attended Otsego High School for 4 years, and I graduated in 2018. Otsego High School is known for a lot of things. Callista Bevere, Golden Buzzer on America's Got Talent, she was on there. Edward Byers was a Navy SEAL. He went to Otsego, so both of them. And I was really defined by two things, and my first was sports. So I ran cross country for 4 years. Freshman year, we actually made state, so that was really cool. Got to go down to Columbus and watch the varsity guys run. I ended up finally being on varsity my junior year and was a really vocal point of the team my senior year. I actually didn't run cross country till freshman year. That was my first year. I actually got convinced by the cross country coach to come out. I think cross country is where I made my best friendships because you're not with your coach that often. So in the winter, I actually played basketball. I was on the freshman team my freshman year, JV, junior, and sophomore year, and then I was on the varsity team my senior year. Junior year was probably my favorite year just because I was a starter for 20 of the 22 games I actually got to play. But senior night was really cool. I hadn't scored all year and finally got my first points on senior night, which was a really cool experience playing our rival. We didn't end up winning, but you can't win them all, as they say. And finally in the spring I ran track, so I was your typical runner. Track was probably my best sport, like awards-wise. I was a 2-year varsity athlete, made district finals my junior and senior year, which was a really cool experience. So, besides sports, I would say that my other big contributor in high school was me involved with music. See, I was a 4-year member of the marching band. I played the bari sax for 2 years when I finally let my band director let me march bari sax because it's really heavy and it's really big and it's really expensive, so he really didn't trust me, but I convinced him, and I loved marching bari sax. Also, I was in choir. I was in chorale, swing choir, night music. You probably guys don't know what that is, men's choir. So I was in a variety of groups. I actually won multiple scholarships. That's what made college a little bit easier. And I made friends, and you spend a lot of time at the school. This is actually a very famous director in our area that came to our school, so we got a picture with him. And choir goes on a lot of trips. You see there, we went to Wrigley Field, we went to Chicago my freshman year, we went to Washington, D.C. with the band. My junior year, we went to Disney, but my senior year, by far, favorite trip, we went to New York. I had never been to New York City. I went with my best friends, and I took a lot of good pictures. And if you haven't been to New York, go to Times Square. It's really cool at night, but it's honestly really cool regardless. So I would say that a lot of opportunities have opened up for me in high school, and one of them was my involvement with my quartet group that I made and kind of started and founded, we're called the Danas. The Danas is a 4-person quartet group. We have a couple others, but these 4 of us on the screen and now sing a bunch of songs. We have collabs. We had a collab with that guy right there. Shout out to Lil Booby. But we actually made our own YouTube channel, so that was hype.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Danas video.
Definitely YouTube is a great outlet. This is where I started. We haven't done a lot of things. We had a lot of ideas, I would say, and you see right there, we put categories, we actually recorded it, but I'm going to give you a sneak preview of, here's our first video we made. that was our first video we made. We went sledding. We actually had one of the guys' brother record for us, and that was a really cool experience. But by far, hands down, favorite part was my involvement in theater. I actually did shows outside of my high school. I was involved with a lot of community theater productions right there. My favorite show was Fame. I played Shlomo Metz and Bomb. That was really cool. That was Peter Pan at my high school freshman year. I played John Darling. There's my junior year. I was a cop in Pirates of Penzance. My sophomore year, I was Sir Studley in Once Upon a Mattress. But senior year, I was a lead in the musical Oklahoma. I played Curly McLean, the sarcastic, overconfident cowboy who just, got the girl at the end. So that was a really cool experience. So high school, I would say I was really involved. Here's a video of our man leading team. Just a lot of times I was out there, did a lot of stuff. Dodgeball champion senior year. That was a cool experience. So high school was wrapping up, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I was really scared as a 3-sport athlete that I wasn't going to be able to do athletics. I was just really nervous about that. So graduation hit, and still didn't know what I wanted to do. Graduation was super fun, but I still didn't know where I wanted to go in life. And then, so my senior year, I was a part of this athletic internship program. I actually broadcasted games, and I think that is what led me to CNU. CNU is a great broadcasting program, and I think I want to go there now. So the first thing I did is I visited the campus, and I loved it. Came to school, was part of Leadership Safari, and I think I made real connections here, which is a really cool experience. And I was scared because I'm the only one from my high school to come to Central Michigan, so that was a really cool experience. So I got on and I got involved right away. I was part of the CNU Film Society, still am. We actually did a short film where I played Detective Carl. You guys go check that out. And then, as you guys know, I joined EMT, met Joe, met Nick, met the entire cast, and now we are here today right before the new year. So here's some pictures. So I just talk about what I want the channel to be. I really want this channel to be something that is really interactive. A lot of sketches, a lot of different characters, because I love acting, but I love editing and I love sports. So you're gonna get all of that, and I hope you guys enjoy. Now, that was it. I hope you learned a lot about me. If you didn't watch Joe's video, go check that out. It'll be in the description, all about Joe, and I hope you enjoy. Peace.